Hello again, I'm here with Chris Atkinson. I'm Chris DeLuca, and today we will be discussing about job interviewing and what the employers have the right to ask and employees' personal life. Now, first question for Chris. Chris is actually a physical education major with me at Cortland. First question. Uh, when you're going to apply for a job, or let's say you're in the interviewing process, and the school district or your employer asks you for your email address and your email password, or your Facebook name and your Facebook password, first, not what would you do, but what do you think about that whole situation?
I think that the employers have a right to know more about you, but I don't think they have a right to go into your private Facebook page and ask for your password. I think that's like yours. That's private. That should remain confidential. But I definitely do think they have a right to know more about you than just the interview.
Yeah, I agree with that. I personally think that it is, it's invading your own personal space if the employers are asking for your Facebook password. I don't think that they should do that, and I don't think that they should need to do that. I understand that they want to find out just as much about you and know that you're a person of good character, but I don't think that comes at the levels of asking for your email password and your Facebook password. All right, another question. Now you're going. Let's just pretend you're interviewing in the interviewing process. What do you do when an employer asks you for your Facebook password or your email password?
I guess it depends on the situation, but I think that I've set up my communication, my Facebook page, in a way that there isn't anything that's discriminating against me. So I think I would allow them to do that because I don't have anything to hide from them.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. I think when I ask a lot of people about this, even my teammates or my friends who aren't physical education majors, that they think it's unfair, and as do I, but in the grand scheme of things, like, a lot of people would do almost anything for a job. And if, as you said, I would not have anything on my Facebook page that's discriminating against me, if I think that's going to help me to get that job, to give that to them, even though I don't think it's the right thing, I might...
Yeah, you have to get that job. It's not more important.
I might give that to them. And that, that kind of goes into the topic of teachers and their personal life. I know you talked about athletes, but as a future teacher, do you think that, obviously in the classroom you have to be a professional because, that's our job and that's what teachers are supposed to do, but do you think that you should be held to a higher standard in your own personal life outside of school?
I don't necessarily think teachers should be, but I think they are because of their job. They're influencing children, and they should be good role models. They should be people of good character who students can look up to both in school and out of school as a good role model.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think that I'm a senior now at Cortland. I've already done my student teaching. This is my last semester, and it's been put in me that I need to be held to a higher standard. I almost feel as a physical education major here that we are almost held to a higher standard at Cortland, whether it's whether you get in trouble with dispositions. I think that they do a very good job here of letting us know that you have to be professional, and I think that if you're a teacher, you that's with your job description. I think that in your personal life you are going to be held to a higher standard, that if you live in the community with in your school district, that I don't think that you are going to be in the community's eyes. You're not someone who owns their own business and you're a neighbor or you're just another guy on the street. Like, you are in the people's eyes and the people's watch, and I think that you have to hold yourself to a higher standard, without a doubt. Now, obviously, we don't have control over where we get a job, where we live, and stuff like that, but if you had the choice, would you live in the community that you would teach at?
I think that's a tough question because you kind of want to keep work and your social life separate. But I think I would like to live in the same district just because like of concerning like family and that type of thing.
Yeah, no, I personally agree. Actually, I have kind of firsthand experience with that. You know, my father is a math teacher, and he's been coaching high school football, you know, for over 20, 25 years now, and he lives in the town that, you know, he teaches and coaches at. And, you know, he doesn't have a problem with it. You know, I talk to him about it a lot, and, you know, you have to be held to a higher standard, but he says that, you know, it does come with some, I guess you could say, you know, baggage that, you know, he sees people out in stores and just, I remember a story he told me, you know, he's an assistant coach for football, and he has players' parents coming and knocking on our house door just because they know, because I'm in the school and they know where he lives, you know, obviously he's a member of the community. And I think that's personally unfair. I think that, you know,
Yeah, definitely.
that shouldn't happen, but
There should be boundaries.
yeah, there should be boundaries, but I think we all need to, you know, understand that you know, that could be, you know, a part of, you know, what, you know, field we're going into. So I definitely think that teachers are held to higher standards in their personal life, and, you know, I personally, I don't know if I would live in the community that I teach at. You know, I've heard mixed stories. You know, I lifeguard over the summers, and I lifeguard with a lot of teachers, and, you know, they like to keep their school with their school and their home life with their home life.
Yeah.
You know, but either way, I think, you know, in your personal life, you definitely got to, you know, you're held to a higher standard.
Yeah.
All right, Chris, thanks a lot.
Yep.